Well, hi everyone and welcome. I'm Kareth, the freeze-dried foodie, and on my channel I show you how to use freeze-dried food in everyday cooking. This recipe was inspired by a trip my husband and I took to Greece. He had to work in Athens and we got to spend about 5 days exploring the city. We probably ate this dish at like 4 different restaurants, and it was fantastic each time, but each one was a little bit different. So here's my version of Spanakopita. So you'll start with a cup of our freeze-dried spinach and add to it some of our scrambled egg mix. I used half a cup of mix and 3/4 of a cup of water. Our Thrive Life ingredients are freeze-dried, so there's no water left in the food. So the eggs will help to refresh or rehydrate the spinach. So you'll go ahead and combine this together and just reserve about a tablespoon of the eggs for later. The different restaurants we had the Spanakopita in, each recipe was a little bit different. One of them put cottage cheese in it, and I loved it. That's a half cup of cottage cheese. And spring onions or green onions were in all of the Spanakopita we tried, so I did 3 tablespoons of that. Now, I sauteed mine in a little bit of olive oil for like a minute. You don't have to do that. You could put it straight in just out of the can if you like. This is a really easy recipe. You're basically just stirring things in and then putting it under a crust and baking it. Now, here comes about 1/4 cup of fresh dill that I chopped. I've seen people use mint in this. I've never tried that. And then I also put bacon in here. Now, bacon is not a traditional ingredient, but I like bacon. Now, no matter what else you put in it, you have to use feta. Feta is the classic cheese that is used in Spanakopita. And I put about 8 ounces in here, or about a cup. I added a lot of cheese here. This is mozzarella and Parmesan. You don't have to add those. I just did it because I like them. I didn't have any fresh parsley, but I had some freeze-dried parsley, so that's what that is. And I seasoned with a little salt and pepper, not too much salt because the cheese is salty already. And it's Greek, right? So you got to put some extra virgin olive oil. And then you just give this a good stir, and that's it. It comes together really fast. That's one of the benefits of Thrive Life food. It cuts down on your prep time in the kitchen. So you're just going to put this in some sort of a casserole dish. Now, if you are keto, you could just put this straight in the oven, bake it. This would be a keto dish, right? It would be kind of like a crustless quiche, which would be fantastic for keto. But if you're not on keto and you want to put a crust on it, then use phyllo dough. It's really thin and light and crispy. My little small town grocery store did not have phyllo dough, so I used puff pastry dough here. Here's a little bit of the leftover eggs. I added some water to make a little egg wash for it because I was being fancy and I thought that would be really pretty. It bakes up really nice. I just cut a little vent in the pastry in the middle. And I had preheated my oven to 400 degrees and I baked this for probably 25 minutes or so. This is how it turned out. I mean, isn't that pretty? I was so pleased. I love having our Thrive Life scrambled egg mix to use as an egg wash. It works just like a regular egg, but I only use, like a teaspoon at a time, a tablespoon at a time, and that really cuts back on waste. I will include the full recipe in the video description below. You have to hit the more ... button and you can get the recipe. I'll put my shopping link as well. So there is our Spanakopita, our spinach pie. I really am constantly amazed at what you can do with freeze-dried ingredients. Well, thanks for watching. Y'all have a blessed day, and as always, keep thriving.